Morning, it's Sharon here from Pintangle. I've got some exciting news. We've got a new set of templates out and they're along a floral theme. All the shapes within the templates are either petal shapes, leaf shapes or flower shapes, and you can combine them in a number of different ways to create floral motifs or floral designs, border patterns, ideal for crazy quilters. And there is, I haven't actually counted the number of different petal shapes, but there would be easily 15 or 16 plus actual flower shapes. I'll show you how to use them in a moment. But with the, and around the edge of the templates are curves which you can use for stems or twiggy bits in your designs. And each template has a different curve to it, so there's just infinite varieties. You can combine them all in different ways, and it's sort of never ending as to what you can design with them. With it comes a PDF file of dozens of patterns that will give you ideas. Like these are just a few patterns that you can create with the templates. I think this is probably the most versatile set that I've brought out. The ebook starts off with showing you the types of curves that you can create around the edges. There's quite a few of them. And then as the book progresses, you can see the different types of flowers you can create with them. So let's have a look at how we use them. Okay, these are the templates, and basically you use them to make up your own designs. I'll start off with showing you one of the ways of using the edges. Now you can do this sort of thing where, you know, if you add a flower there and a flower there, you've got a simple thing. But if you want to make it more complex, you just see what I did there. I turned the template over. I'll keep them simple for this. If you want a longer stem, you can just add to them with this one. You've got even more severe curves. So you can play around with them. Now, the trick is, well, to play around with them and make up your own patterns. So I won't go on and on and on because there's literally thousands, hundreds of combinations for all the edges. What I'll show you now is some of the petal and leaf shapes. So this one and this one has a hole in the middle, and if you want to, you can use that as a guide. So this is the way they work. I go top, I line up the hole again, line up the hole each time. So I just start off at 12 o'clock, go to 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock, or whichever way around you want to do it. In this age of digital clocks, I don't know how many people will actually naturally think of a disc in terms of a clock face, but so there's your first design. Now, if you don't want such a big hole in the middle, and you've got a circle there to finish it off, You could, of course, add other designs on top of that if you wanted to say a more complex design. You can build these up into shapes if you want. I won't go all the way around, but you can see what I'm doing with that one. Or say you wanted a different pattern here. So can you see what's happening there is a different pattern again to that one. So you can add to them if you want to, or say you just want tighter flower again. Obviously, I suggest that people play with the shapes on paper first. Obviously, I'm doing this quite quickly, but just to have a little practice on paper, you'll discover extra things that you can add to it. I like doing these ones. Let's so at the point there, you can make it as simple or as complex as you want. And there's about 20 different petal shapes. And then there's the leaf shapes. So say you've put in your curve, you've got see how I flipped the template in order to get the other side. So maybe you don't want such big leaves. You can have smaller leaves. And there's a number of different this is really like there are also different sizes. They're not the same shape, but so you can change your scale a bit. So say you were doing like a floral circle or just a mass of flowers. You've got little flowers and bigger flowers, and you've got different middles, and you've got middles that will be on this side. So say you're doing like a half daisy or something like that. Let's just get that one going. Okay. So say you've got that. You can have one of these. And then there we go. So there's a leaf and a little flower thing. And let's the trick is really to play with them. You'll come up with lots of ways of creating flowers, basically. There it is. There's another. So this is exactly the same little cap, I call them, which it makes a different flower, makes a different look. And there's a number of those. There's a flatter one. So here's a flatter one. I'll just draw that out for you so that I could have put that there. There's this. This is a good fun one with flowers, leaves coming out, or petals coming out. But there's a number of different petals. The other thing that I've got here is actual some flower shapes. I didn't do too many of them because you really want a tool that's versatile. You want different shapes that you can create yourself. So I sort of focused on the leaf and the petals. This is quite a nice little flower. And then you just put a circle in it. Where's my circle gone? I've got a circle here somewhere. There we go. And I've actually just finished a piece on using this pattern, which is going to go on a cushion. I think that's it. I think I've demonstrated this fair enough. There's lots and lots of different shapes. Oh, there's the heart. This shape too. These are fun. These are a different sort of leaf. So if we just, there we go. You can see that. And there's a couple of, there's another size. There's another size for this one. So you've got a larger and a smaller one, which is really handy. There we go. So I'm hoping that this is a very enjoyable design tool which enables people to take things a little bit further without sort of having to jump off the deep end in the design area. The set comes with an ebook, which is a PDF file. The book starts off with showing you how to use the edges of the templates, which are the stems of the motifs, and the various shapes you can get then to add to those stems, sort of the flower shapes. Now, there are numerous patterns that you can create with these. This is really just a jumping off spot for you. It'll give you plenty of ideas and thoughts on how you might use the templates in your own designs. They really are a designer's tool that I think people will find very useful. Thanks for watching. They're available over on Pintangle.com, so just follow the link below. I hope you enjoy them.